You ever notice how we're obsessed with apologizing for everything? We apologize for boomers being too rigid. We apologize for millennials being too sensitive. But then there's this one group that says sorry even when someone else steps on their toes. It's Generation X. Imagine standing in a crowded coffee shop in downtown Manhattan. The air is thick with the scent of espresso and the frantic energy of 1,000 deadlines. You'll hear it everywhere, a constant rhythmic sorry echoing through the room. It's an involuntary reflex. Someone brushes past your shoulder, you say sorry. You need to ask the barista a question, you start with sorry. In our modern offices, we've pushed politeness to a clinical extreme. We've become a society of professional peacekeepers, where the word has lost its meaning and simply become the background noise of existing in public. It's 1990. You're 7 years old, and the air in your living room is so thick you can almost touch it. It's that heavy, vibrating silence that happens right before a storm breaks. You haven't done anything wrong, but you can feel your parents' frustrations simmering just beneath the surface. So you learn to move quietly. You keep your eyes fixed on the floor, hands gripping the hem of your shirt, and you whisper sorry before the anger even has a target. It's not an admission of guilt, it's a survival tactic.
Psychologists have a name for this. It's called the Fawn response. We're all familiar with fight or flight, but fawning is different. It's a desperate attempt to appease a threat to ensure your own safety. When you apologize for something that isn't your fault, you aren't admitting to a mistake, you are performing a social ritual to disarm potential hostility. It's a survival mechanism born from environments where keeping the peace was the only way to stay protected. You aren't being polite, you're staying safe. But here's the irony. This compulsive need to apologize often creates the very tension it's trying to avoid. There is a sharp contrast between genuine kindness and manipulative politeness. When you over-apologize, you aren't actually easing the situation, you're burdening the other person. You are forcing them into the role of the perpetual forgiver, making them responsible for your emotional comfort. It becomes exhausting for them to constantly reassure you that everything is okay. In trying to be selfless, you've accidentally made the entire interaction about your own anxiety. But here's where it gets darker. This constant stream of sorry isn't just a social habit, it's a slow erosion of the self. When you apologize for simply existing, for taking up space or having a question, your brain begins to believe a dangerous lie, that you are a burden. Each unnecessary apology acts like a small, sharp cut into your self-worth. Over time, you stop being a person with needs and start becoming a ghost, wandering through life perpetually asking for permission to be seen. It's the ultimate price of staying safe.
These are the exhausted peacekeepers of our modern age. They're the ones standing quietly in the background, holding relationships together by absorbing every friction and taking the blame for things they never did. They offer their dignity as a sacrifice to keep the room calm. We call them the polite ones, the easygoing ones, but the truth is much heavier. While they are busy maintaining a fragile peace for everyone else, their own hearts are in a constant state of war, weary from the endless battle of being too much and not enough all at once. In the end, we have to realize that a constant apology is a shield. It's a heavy, iron plate we've carried since childhood to protect ourselves from the world's friction. But that shield is becoming too heavy to carry into the future. You need to hear this. You do not owe the world an apology for simply existing. Your presence is not a mistake that needs fixing. It's time to lay that shield down. If this journey into the hidden corners of our psychology resonated with you, consider subscribing. You've earned the right to be here. If you saw a reflection of yourself in that child from 1990, just leave a simple period in the comments. There is no need to apologize for feeling this way. It's the first step toward reclaiming your space. We're peeling back the layers on these quiet corners of the human mind every week. If you want to understand the why behind the things we do, hit the subscribe button. You don't have to carry the silence alone anymore. Let's explore the rest of the story together.